G'day everyone, and hold on to your helmets because today we're diving headfirst into a place shrouded in more mystery than Odin's vault, Turkmenistan. Golden statues, a city made of marble, and a flaming pit straight out of a Norse myth. This place has it all. So buckle up as we journey into the heart of the unknown, exploring the land of scorching deserts, curious customs, and a whole lot of marble. Nestled in the heart of Central Asia, Turkmenistan is a landlocked nation practically bursting with mystery. For years, this place has been shrouded in secrecy, its borders tighter than Thor's grip on Mjolnir. Few outsiders have dared to venture in, and even fewer have truly seen what lies beneath the surface. We'll be your guide through this fascinating land of contradictions, a place where sparkling white marble buildings stand in stark contrast to the vast, desolate desert that surrounds them. We're talking golden statues, bizarre laws, and a national obsession with melons. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single second. Picture this, a sun-drenched landscape stretching as far as the eye can see, rolling dunes of golden sand rippling in the heat. Welcome to the Karakum Desert, a place so vast and unforgiving it makes Asgard on a bad day look like a picnic. This behemoth of a desert gobbles up a whopping 70% of Turkmenistan's landmass, leaving the remaining land a patchwork of oases and scattered settlements. Life here is tough, a constant battle against the elements. But despite the harsh conditions, the resilient people of Turkmenistan have carved out a life for themselves in this unforgiving landscape. Now, you can't talk about Turkmenistan without mentioning its most iconic, and some might say terrifying, attraction: the Darveza gas crater, better known as the Gate of Hell. Imagine a gaping maw in the earth, a fiery inferno blazing relentlessly day and night, casting an eerie glow across the desert. Back in 1971, a group of Soviet geologists were drilling for natural gas when, boom, the ground collapsed, swallowing their rig whole. Fearing the release of poisonous gases, they decided to set the crater ablaze, figuring it would burn itself out in a few weeks. Well, fast forward 50 years, and the darn thing is still burning. Alright, let's talk politics, or more specifically, the unique brand of leadership that's shaped modern-day Turkmenistan. Since gaining independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, Turkmenistan has been ruled by a series of, shall we say, colorful leaders. These guys weren't content with just running the country. They wanted to leave their mark, literally. We're talking renaming months after themselves, commissioning giant golden statues in their likeness, and even penning self-aggrandizing autobiographies that every citizen was required to read. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get weird. During the reign of President Saparmurat Niyazov, Turkmenistan experienced a cultural phenomenon unlike anything the world had ever seen: the rise of the Runama. This book, penned by the president himself, was more than just a memoir or a guide to life. It was a spiritual manifesto, a bizarre blend of history, philosophy, and self-promotion. The Runama became the cornerstone of Turkmen society, its teachings permeating every aspect of daily life. Want to graduate high school? Better ace that Runama exam. Applying for a driver's license? Brush up on your knowledge of the president's wisdom. The Runama became the ultimate symbol of Niyazov's cult of personality, a testament to his absolute power and the lengths to which he would go to solidify his legacy. Ever heard of a city that banned a color? Well, buckle up, because Ashgabat, the gleaming white capital of Turkmenistan, did just that. In this city of pristine marble and meticulously manicured lawns, black cars are about as welcome as a frost giant at a summer solstice party. The reason? Well, it's said that former President Niyazov had a bit of a superstition. He believed that white was a lucky color, a symbol of purity and good fortune. So in a move that surprised absolutely no one, he decided to ban all black cars from the capital. The streets of Ashgabat transformed into a sea of white cars, a testament to the whims of a leader obsessed with appearances and, well, white. Get ready to feast your eyes on Ashgabat, the crown jewel of Turkmenistan, and a city that could give even Asgard a run for its money in terms of sheer opulence. This gleaming metropolis, often dubbed the White City or the City of Marble, is like something straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine a sprawling cityscape dominated by towering white marble buildings, their facades shimmering under the desert sun. Fountains dance in meticulously manicured parks, and wide boulevards stretch as far as the eye can see. Beneath its gleaming exterior lies a city of contrasts, a place where extravagant wealth exists alongside widespread poverty. When it comes to over-the-top extravagance, Turkmenistan takes the cake, or should I say, the giant golden statue of a cake. Take, for example, the Alam Cultural and Entertainment Center, home to the world's largest indoor Ferris wheel. Inside, you'll find everything from a cinema and bowling alley to a museum dedicated to, you guessed it, Turkmen carpets. And then there's the Wedding Palace, a dazzling white confection of a building that looks like it was plucked straight from the pages of a fairy tale. Now let's talk about something a little more cuddly. Turkmenistan's national treasures, the majestic Akal Teke horses and the loyal Alabai dogs. The Akal Teke, with its shimmering golden coat and flowing mane, is a sight to behold. These horses are prized for their endurance, speed, and intelligence, and they've played a vital role in Turkmen history and culture for centuries. And then there are the Alabai, massive sheepdogs known for their imposing size and protective instincts. Mark your calendars, folks, because every second Sunday in August, Turkmenistan celebrates a holiday unlike any other, Melon Day. On this day, the entire nation comes alive with festivities. Farmers proudly display their prize-winning melons, vying for coveted titles like largest melon and sweetest melon. But Melon Day isn't just about indulging in juicy slices of watermelon and cantaloupe. It's a celebration of Turkmenistan's agricultural heritage. Behind the gleaming facade of Turkmenistan's modern cities and extravagant celebrations lies a harsher reality, particularly for women. Despite the country's efforts to project an image of progress and equality, women in Turkmenistan face deeply ingrained societal restrictions and limited opportunities. In many areas of life, women are expected to conform to traditional gender roles, prioritizing family and domestic duties over education and career aspirations. Economic opportunities are often restricted, with women facing discrimination in the workplace and limited access to financial resources. In Turkmenistan, even something as personal as a woman's appearance is subject to scrutiny and control. The government has implemented a series of strict regulations dictating what women can and cannot wear, extending from clothing choices to hairstyles, and even the use of cosmetics. Traditional clothing, such as long, flowing dresses and headscarves, is often encouraged, while Western-style clothing, particularly revealing or form-fitting attire, is frowned upon. These regulations, often justified as a means of preserving cultural values, have sparked debate and controversy both within Turkmenistan and internationally. In today's interconnected world, access to information is power. But in Turkmenistan, that access is tightly controlled, with the government maintaining a firm grip on the flow of information both within and beyond its borders. The internet, a powerful tool for communication, education, and economic growth, is heavily censored and restricted in Turkmenistan. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are either completely blocked or heavily restricted, making it difficult for citizens to connect with the outside world. In a country where the government tightly controls the narrative, speaking out against the status quo can have serious consequences. Freedom of speech and expression, rights considered fundamental in many parts of the world, are severely restricted in Turkmenistan. Independent journalists and bloggers face intimidation, harassment, and even imprisonment for daring to challenge the government or report on sensitive issues. Citizens who express dissenting views, whether online or offline, risk being targeted for surveillance, interrogation, or even detention. As our journey through Turkmenistan comes to an end, we're left with a sense of awe, bewilderment, and a healthy dose of concern. This is a land of stark contrasts, where shimmering marble cities rise from the desolate beauty of the Karakum Desert, where ancient traditions coexist alongside modern-day eccentricities. Turkmenistan is a country grappling with its identity, striving to forge a path forward while clinging tightly to the past. And as the world watches with a mixture of curiosity and concern, the question remains, what does the future hold for this enigmatic nation? So there you have it, folks, a glimpse into the fascinating, bizarre, and often unsettling world of Turkmenistan. It's a place that defies easy categorization, a land of contradictions that challenges our assumptions and leaves us with more questions than answers. Turkmenistan, with its enigmatic leader, its curious customs, and its stunning landscapes, reminds us that there are still corners of the world that remain largely unexplored. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride. And until next time, stay curious, my friends.